are we doing? How are things on this fine, should we say, Wednesday morning? I've heard myself back on playback. We can turn it down. The tea is made, the king of all teas, and the first sip is always the best. That's the stuff. Nothing like a good piping hot cup of Essex tea. Start your morning right. Fuel your morning right, should we say. So we're streaming, obviously loosely streaming because, Family Guy and all that. The kids are sorting themselves out. They're old enough now to get themselves ready and all that sort of business. They've assured me that I should be streaming at this sort of time in the morning. So when we can, we will. And that's where we are. So I may have to pause the stream. I may have to do a bit of dad input and all that sort of stuff. But we're here to play Project Motor Racing. I still want to say Project. I still want to say Project Gotham. I don't know why. I think that game just stuck with me. Do you know what I mean? But we're here for Project Motor Racing, which is obviously sim-based racer. It's built to be, solid, all the immersion of a real racing game, but heavily on the side of simulator side of things. However, it's had a rough launch. Now, let's face it, which game doesn't have a rough launch these days in terms of things? I've got a nice Discord. As an owner of 2 pairs of Crocs, I read this in the Discord, of pink Crocs for gading about. I am not adverse to wearing something ugly yet uncomfortable. But there you go then. That is in reference to the new Xbox Crocs that have been announced. Yes, there's an Xbox design of Crocs in partnership with Xbox, but Crocs have got expensive, haven't they? They have got expensive. Anyway, let's get the tea and let's get this now. I was looking through the achievements of this day because I was thinking I've been playing this for a little bit now and I haven't had any achievements popping. And I know why. That's because the achievements only pop in authentic mode. So we're going to have to play authentic mode. This is going to be interesting. We'd love to see what the multiplayer is like. So we've got ranked lobbies, custom lobbies, and social. What is social play? I mean, it's just general getting into a race, isn't it? So we won't be doing any ranked stuff or anything like that because obviously, like I said, Family Guy stuff. Family Guy. I've got to be able to pause it to start with. So we're going to be looking at a single player, and we're going to be looking at a career, and we're going to start a new one if it lets me. Might have to delete one because I'm intrigued by this. Should we say authentic mode? That's what it wants you in. It has been. It's best enjoyed with career experience option set to authentic. This locks the difficulty to 100% and disables race restarts for those wanting to customize every element of the career experience. Set the toggle to option to classic. So it wants you to do authentic. Now, whether that scales it up to 100 or whether it's 100 from the get-go, let's. So we're into authentic. Race length is 1 times. So I don't think that means 1 times a track. I think it means it's going to be like there you are. So you've no longer got the ability on authentic to drop it down to half the race. So it's 1, 2, 3 or 4. So it is a proper racing experience. So we're going to change we're up for the authentic experience. We're going to obviously change our name to Essex. It doesn't like Essex. It doesn't. It always has a moan about it, but you know what it is. So Essex Tea. Why do games still have a problem with Essex? They don't like the word Essex, do they? It's got sex in the middle of it, but it's Essex. It's a place. It's kind of pathetic these days where games have a problem with Essex in the middle. You watch it change it. Alright, so here we go. So Essex Tea, North America, Europe. We'll put ourselves in Europe. are we allowed to start in budget? Because although we're playing on authentic, I would like to change my starting budget. Whether that affects it would be another thing. Budget is for players who want to start the career at the very top and have more than enough cash in the bank to attempt any championship they desire. Don't spend it all at once. So we've got the journeyman. The budget is for players who want to start from the bottom of Project Motor Racing's hierarchy and work their way up with each car class as if they're true journey. Now, you see, I'm only playing, so I'm 2 million. It's not going to get me every car, is it? But let's go to your sponsorship model. Yeah, we're going to do the rolling billboard. So money's going to be no object, if you like, and that's how we want it. But we're playing authentic, so we've got obviously tricky sort of side of racing in terms of the authentic experience, the race length being 1, the difficulty full on max at 100. But we're going to have a bit of money behind us. And look, there I said to you, it is not like Essex Tea. It doesn't. But should we change our name then to Tiptree Jam? No, we're going to leave it as Essex Tea. I don't know why it has a problem with Essex Tea. It's the finest of all teas. Why it's got a problem with the word Essex these days, I really don't understand. Alright, so we've got to drive some cars. We've got to buy some cars. What should we buy? So we've got the GT3. We've got 992 trophy. GTO. And then there's got Sports Car 70 and GT4. And the NGT. 964 trophy. MX5 trophy. So that's just showing you what the cars are in the game, and you've got the GT. It starts with the GT3 because I assume that's the first sort of races that would be open to you, if you like. But let's right. We have driven the Porsche. Not a fan. Not a fan, but we're getting used to it. The Audi was all right. I will say that. The Aston Martin GT3 or the GT3 2022. The weight on these cars, so that's 1,325. What was the weight on the Porsche? It's the same. So they're all around a similar sort of weight, apart from the Hurricane Lambo. 1, 2. What car do we go in? Interesting choice, isn't it? First thing. I think we'll go with the Advantage GT3 2022. Why not? Give that a bang. Give it a go. So that's at our garage. And then we go to a calendar and we select an event. We did the United Kingdom event yesterday, so let's sort of telling you the races that are available. So the GT3 is what's only available to us at the moment anyway, which is why I would suggest the GT3. So Bathurst Championship purse is 0 entrance fee. So okay, and the Belgian, they don't give you any money. This is any money because I've got too much money. Is that what it is? Or is it because the car's not suitable? Register for championship. I don't know why it's come up as 0. We'll go with the regardless of how much money I've got, I should be able to race it, should I? We'll go with the Italian though. We'll go with Italian. Registration costs. We get this to go. So it's 12 laps is what they consider a full race. There's 2 races, Brianza and San Marino. So we'll start with Brianza. Is the first race. It's good to play tracks that I'm not familiar with. That's the thing. From a racing perspective, and someone that plays racing games and has done over the years, it's nice to play a few tracks that I'm just not familiar with. So it's nice to have the touring tracks in there with the Northampton, Derby, Brisanza. I am familiar with Brisanza. It's Monza, isn't it? Is it not Monza? It looks like Monza from the track. Oh, well, they're called it Brianza. Perhaps they don't have the rights to it. I don't know. Or perhaps it is called that. I'm not going to argue. But we're just going to see how we get on with sort of a race on authentic. The one thing I'm going to do is sort out my traction control. I'm going to turn it right up because I don't trust myself. Oh my god, you can go ABS 11. I didn't even know. I assume traction control is the best. Turning up to 11. I think that has the most traction control when you're in. If you went down to 0, it's off, is it not? Yeah, I think so. Let's go. Let's get to the back and then let's out to the race. So it's like a no frills sort of presentation. You know, sort of straight into the racing. I'm not sure what viewpoint I want to go with yet. Not many. There's actually not that many viewpoints to go with. But here we go. Race. So this is definitely Monza. Definitely Monza. What I am going to do quickly is just turn my TV down because it's quite loud. I'm hoping that my volume comes through okay. We can only do that by playing back a little bit. I have turned down the volume to 70% on the max sort of controls, if you like, on the audio side of things. So see where we go. A bit of practice to get used to this car, which so far so good actually. I'm quite happy with the car. The race is alright compared to the previous cars that I have driven. Having said that, it might be more used to the game now, knowing that you've really got to slow down for the corners, you've really got to behave yourselves. It can be just that as well. Because you get, like I say, with a proper simulator, you get sort of penalties for just coming off the track, or just ever so slightly coming off the track. You know, you don't even have to come off the track fully. It might not be your fault, but you do get a penalty for it. You know about it, the time lost instantly. So any little thing coming off the track, it's like 2 seconds. So, but I wanted to do the authentic experience. You know, not that I'm an achievement hunter or anything like that, apart from it. But the fact that you don't get the achievements for tailoring the game, I can play it in authentic mode. The achievements. Don't get me wrong, you can play. There are other achievements that will pop. You know, sort of the longer you race a certain car, so you can turn down the difficulty, and you will get some achievements that pop up. But the initial sort of winner race and stuff like that is very much locked to authentic experience. Not that I'm going to win a race on authentic. It's 100% difficult. It's going to be hard. But I suppose throwing yourself in the deep end is how you improve yourself these days, is it not? There seems to be the way with games, the likes of Elder Group, they're holding your hand, should we say. So we've got our holding hands in terms of the race line on, and other than that, difficulty is really, really hard. So I've already expected a challenge when we turned it down to 50%, and then with that I thought 50% was quite hard. Although doable, we turned it down to full just to win a race. Comfortably, while we get used to it, you know. It wasn't comfortable, so 100% difficulty is going to take some going. But we're used to like sort of simulators if you like these days. And the latest one being played was Rensport, which I thoroughly enjoyed. You know, despite its bare bones, that's the biggest criticism I gave it, the bare bones in the AI. The bare bones will change from a racing perspective. It really nails it. I'd love to take this online, but I can't yet because obviously there'll be too many distractions. The easiest thing I can do here is just be able to pause the game. And if I need to go and have a bit word with the lads, or they want to have a bit word with me, I can actually pause it and I'm not telling them to sort of hang on a minute or hang on, come back to me in 5-10 minutes. We might not have it. So first thing this morning, we're definitely just doing career.
5 minutes left in the session.
56, so I'm 6 seconds off the pace, so it's quite a lot actually. But it's all about improving yourself, isn't it? I'm not, you know, it's okay to not win races, it's fine, as long as you enjoy yourself, as long as you're good at having a challenge. I just feel that with this authentic mode, having it at 100%, I don't mind the no race restarts and stuff, that is what it is. Much harder challenge when you're on stream to do no race restarts, but we're going to try. And that in itself will make you sort of stick to the track a bit more as well, like glue, because you know that the last thing you want to be doing is back of the grid, if you like. I have no chance of having said that right at the back at the moment. But that was just our first lap, our first flying lap, if you like. This is the one that I'm hoping is going to be improved time. Anyway, it's 1:22, so it's telling me at the top we're improved by a second. Not that it's going to get me very far, but it's progress, isn't it? We're not there yet, anyway. We have got that up to a full second now. I think that's going to be the beauty with this game, is bettering yourself, isn't it? So you're no longer last, if you like. That one's going to get me a few times, I notice. But having said that, it says that we've done it slightly better. Not feel like it was the achievement for 50 modern GT. This has been driven to experience. So this is the achievements that I'm on about. They're going to pop up. There are achievements that will pop up. It's the authentic side of things that won't pop up. So with the free, you can have 3 career modes on the go at one time. So why not have one where it's unlocked all cars that have it on authentic experience? So we can just have a little play with it, really. Test it out fully on the single player. Play the game how it wants you to play it, if you like, on the authentic mode. Oh, it's recommended, but that's recommended for the proper racer. Do you know what I mean? The simulator sort of side of things. So the casual needs to be playing around with the difficulty if they want to win races. So we've done that second better. Moving on that little section was like 0.4. So it shows you how quick you can do a lap if you do every sector right. I'm not going to do every sector right, but I'm quite happy with half a second off that lap. In terms of things, I don't know where it's going to go on the leaderboard. We're going to get up to 10. That's about it, really, isn't it? Unless we can do this
1 minute left.
Much better. Which apparently we did. So again, it's a chance to go a little bit better on the practice, but this is practice at the moment. It's got to count on the qualifying. I will say, out of the 3 cars that I've driven in this game, this Aston is the best. He says as he loses it there. I will say that the Aston is the best so far. Return to pits. There we go. And let's have a cup of tea. Right. Where do we go now? Let's go to the qualifying. Next it says. So that's where we're finished, 10th and not last. We are what? Losing it in the second sector. Obviously we're quite slow compared to the rest of the field. Having said that, we're quite slow in everywhere, aren't we? It's the last sector we're quite fast. If you look at the last sector, 33.9 compared to the top 2 at 33. So we do the last sector, so we just need to nail the first 2 sectors a little bit better than what we're doing. But yeah, here we go. Let's see how we get on. Drive, he says. I'm going to go through these, but I'm not going to be able to. So we've got the pit lane speed limit on. So
clear of pit lane.
Off. Pit lane is disabled. So I'm pleased it comes on automatically. I mean, you can change all that. Someone to chase if you like. Oh my god. So like this lap's not going to count anyway, so just as well. Christ. No rewinds, no restarts. This is where we go. So we're going to do the qualifying, then we're going to have to pause it for a second afterwards. Just to good word with the middle lad. Yeah, I'm trying to get the braking point slightly faster. It's alright. Warning track limits, it's okay. It's on that lap out. The pit lane, it's fine. If I mess up once or twice there, it's absolutely fine. So I'm just going to try and push myself a little bit to go faster, but because we know we're massively off. Playing on authentic is a huge challenge. So you can't restart the race, that's it. So it is about sort of concentrating, which is kind of hard when you're just running all online. It's kind of hard when you've got kids in the background that oversee that they go to school as well. So this is going to be the challenge of having to pause it. And then quick learn, hopefully. That's why we're not playing on multiplayer or anything like that. It's not first thing anyway. Hopefully we get a chance to do a bit of that later maybe. We shall see how busy we get. I'm fortunate to be at home today, so got a little bit of time on our hands. So here you go. Here's where the lap's going to count. This is where it officially counts now. Flying lap.
Qualifying lap underway. This one counts.
This one counts. We're being told this one counts. On the brakes. Did that quite smoothly compared to how the practice. Hopefully we can keep the rest of the lap clean. Do like this car. It might be just that I've got a little bit more used to this game. Or it might be that they've done an update. They did mention about doing an update. Them saying it was ready already. Because yesterday it's ropey. Today it feels a bit better already, so I wonder if this update has already dropped or whether it's just me getting used to the game. Visually it looks a little bit better. Handling wise it feels better. From a controller perspective. Yesterday it was ropey. Maybe there has been an update overnight. Address one or two of the issues of the game. It certainly feels a bit more comfortable than it did last night. Someone's overtaken me, so I can't be dead slow. Come on, no one's overtaken me. power out. See where this lap time takes. 152. I'm not going to do that, but take the 156. If we can get that. 153. Surprised myself. I have surprised myself. That's where you're going to sort of lose a bit of time. Well, I'm going to lose a bit of time anyway because I can't get that bit faster. Although it's done it again, a little bit faster, so authentic. We're quite pleased with that. I'm going to drop. I know I'm going to drop down the field. That's fine. But I was expecting 156 because that's what we were doing in practice. So you get to 152s.
You've got 5 minutes left.
I'll be chuffed because it means improvement, and that's what it's all about. It's just improvement. Feeling like we're getting to there. It's a much smoother drive. I've got to think this isn't just me being better. Maybe not so tired. I've got to feel that this has been enough. There's been enough that overnight. I've got a feeling. It'd be interesting to know because I'm handling the car much better than I was yesterday. Although I was tired, I'm not going to lie. I just wanted to play this, but I was absolutely shattered. Took that wrong. Oh my god, nearly a second if I'd done that right. As we're dropping. So we're in 7. Quite pleased with that actually. Just didn't take that bit very well, did I? Actually losing sector on here. So the fastest bit that I'm actually using faster on, I'm actually losing time on. Lovely. It's faster. In theory, this lap's going to be faster. Only by just though. But we know we can go better. Go a second better. These tyres are all done. Yeah, they're all done already. 2 laps. And then we're into the pits. Return to the pits. It's okay. I'm going to have to check on the lads. So I'll be back in a second. So bear with me a second. I did say I would have to pause it. So stream being paused for a sec. Back in a mo. He says as it didn't click. We're back. Just had to have a little chit chat with the kids, and I didn't want to do it on stream, so let's put the Twitch back on, and let's go. Let's get this race done. We've got qualifying. We've got enough time to put qualifying lap in now. It's just been sort of like squealing away in terms of time, so we're at 56. So, damn it, we're going to be what we're going to be. I ain't even got enough time to put a flying lap in. We won't get round the track in time, so it's going to have to be next.
Here's what it is. We're going to have traffic to deal with at the start of the race.
To be fair, I only actually thought I could do a second better anyway. And that would have put me at, what, 150? 152. I don't think I'd have got anywhere near those. But maybe the track's getting, maybe I would have done. Maybe it's like a proper simulator track. Temperature gets higher, the race times get better. I suppose that's possible. But we start from the back, that's fine. 12 laps though. 12 laps.
Get ready, mate.
Get ready, he says. Get ready. Let's go. 12 laps. And we're away. So am I going to be 12 laps at the back the whole time, or am I going to work my way out the field? So there we go. Not at the back of the field. Ooh, someone's going to get around this place. Can? Around them? No restart, you see, so I'd have been tempted to restart that, but it wouldn't have been allowed. We were on authentic, so now the thing is it's just slow and steady and hope that we pull back a position or two, and then we don't end up orbiting everyone up. Assuming that we probably will end up holding people up. It's fine, it's my first race on Authentic. I've got to try every mode, and I've got to try every part of the game now. Authentic is one of the Authentic experience where the difficulty is 100. So it's hard as the game goes. And that's not for me, I know that in terms of the difficulty. You can change it. Yeah, there's an achievement to a few achievements locked to doing it like this, but you have 3 little slots for career modes, and I've got one set at 50%, I've got one set at 40%, 40% is too easy. Oh my god, lost the car. Lost the position. Lost the position. Maybe we'll get it that day. This car. Go straight line speed. I think that's the best I've done that bit ever. Right. Can we hold it together, so to speak, and probably a decent lap. Or 2, that's all we want. 2 decent laps. Better yourself, that's what it's all about. I'm sure there's going to be, oh god, Dave, what are you doing? No rewinds, authentic experience, I can't restart, we're in 10th. I get the feeling that might be as good as we get, really. But we'll try and hold, go back to 9th. I'm not going to worry about it, it's about finding the level, isn't it? It's finding the level that you're at, and then improve. Authentic's going to keep you like that. Knowing that the difficulty is 100, round up at 100. So there's only one way to sort of go improvement. But you can change the career mode options if you want. You just can't race in Authentic. Tailor it a little bit better. Also, you can do half the race distance, so race distance is set at 12 laps. Obviously, you can charge it 2, 3 and 4 if you really want it. Must be too slow on this bit. Yeah, I think that's sort of half sort of telling me that this is otherwise a bit much of a shit start. But we're actually going to be slightly better on this lap. It should be better as long as we keep it clean, really. Sometimes it feels like a bit of a tank driving through that bit. Right then, ride through. Not like I'm on the beloved F1. We're away. We're a second and a half quicker than we were. We're pulling away from the last two a little bit, just a little bit. This feels a bit quicker and smoother. It's a lot quicker and smoother. We should be able to get a better lap in. Dare I say, am I slowly closing on the ones in front of me? I don't think I am, but I can see them. That's the thing. So it's given me slight encouragement that I can see them. So we're 3.4 seconds. So the one that actually overtook me is pulled away, but we are a faster car, aren't we? You can tell on the straight that we are pulling away that time as long as we can sort of hold it together. Back up. Don't mess these sort of bits up like we just did. Oh, that was see, yeah, we can't nail that corner, can we? So we had them just under 3 seconds, and then back up to 3.8. It almost makes you want to sort of go sort of brake later if you like, but then you brake late and then you make a mistake. So they're pulled away again, and we will pull it back a little bit as we go down the straights. Like I said, we're a lot quicker on the straight itself, this car. But it's sections like this that I struggle with. Not as consistent, but this one, not too bad. So what are we on now? Lap 4. It's a long way to go yet. Fair, we've never actually pitted, and I've got a feeling this is the sort of race you're going to have to pit as well. Hopefully they'll tell you, look at where the pit lane is, there it is. We're not dead last yet. Might be in a minute though. Oh, that gravel is not nice. Tried to do that corner a little better and ended up doing it a bit worse. The little cushion that I was sort of going away from 10 or 11 from 12 is being obliterated. It's not all about winning. I'd say it's all about improving yourself, making yourself a better driver, and I think I will get better the more I play this. that little section there was much quicker. It's just a shame. Just a shame. I did that sort of thing early on, and I'm still doing it. I'm doing my tyres all good. So a second and a pop at 3. I'll brake a little bit later. That gravel. Didn't keep off the gravel. Braking. It's going nicely, alright. And away we go. So 0.3, still car behind us. To be a bit further back from my tail, so we're halfway through the lap. 6. All bits are all right, so we can do those, cut those corners absolutely fine. There. Okay, man. Slower laps than what we're used to. But surely we've got to come into the pit soon. Do you think so?
You're halfway there.
Halfway there. Braking. Trying to do this a little bit better, knowing that our tyres are wearing quickly. Right, they're on the yellows now, so getting yellow coming on. Will this get us all the way there? No, that's the thing. Obviously, not going to get our fastest lap now, I don't think. Maybe we will. Maybe we will. It seems to be working for it, but that bit quite as well as I'd have liked. All that bit. On lap 7. I'm not holding people up. We know our sections where we're faster at. There's obviously plenty of sections where it's a bit slower. I'll take that, we're in for our best lap, so improvement, isn't it? I thought I'd just pause it for a second. Well, pause the game, not the stream, we're still here. Just got a mouthful of tea. We'll drink our tea. And then race it off again. Brake a little bit earlier. That's That's better. That's better. That's what we want. That's finally we've done that corner a little bit better than what we should have been doing there. Tell you where I'm losing time all the time. Don't get me wrong, 32 seconds is a lot, but I should be able to be 11 seconds. We've been doing it every lap, not losing the places where we are. But this is 100% difficulty. This is as hard as it gets. It's on authentic mode. This is where it says you get the best experience from a sort of sim fan perspective. This isn't where I'm going to be racing the whole time, but I wanted to experience the difficulty of the game at 100%. You know, it's really, really tough. Really tough. 0.3 of a second. Quicker. As long as we don't come last, that's the main thing. Right, so slightly slow on that lap. Oliver Pendleton's keeping up with me, obviously, because that gap's never really changing, is it? They've kind of got the same sort of speed as me in certain areas. I'll be going for the full race. I thought we might be pitting at 12 laps, but maybe not. That's alright. The tyres are green on lap 9. 3 laps to go. Got to keep an eye on the time. Oh, we nearly lost it. We lost it. We did lose it. That time, that car was right on my tail. That was not a good corner. But I am pleased to say, and it's going to happen now, I'm saying it, we haven't actually picked up a penalty. We were picking up penalties left, right and centre yesterday. That's because I couldn't handle the car. Now it might be the fact that I'm handling a different car. Or it might be the fact that there has been an update overnight. Now I would doubt an update overnight normally, but I did read an apology from Project Motor Racing that this wasn't what they expected the game to launch in this state. So yesterday was very ropey, handling wise. I could put it down to maybe getting tired yesterday and picking up all the penalties I was picking up. Today when we picked one up, we've gone a lot further in terms of laps. We were doing six lap races. It's not like it's on easy or anything like that, because it's on the game wants you to play the game at true authentic. So that's why I'm right at the back of the pack, like 10. Because we're at 100% difficulty, so as hard as the game goes, and it's the only way you're going to pick up certain achievements in games is to play it in this mode. So good luck to anyone trying to get the race win on an authentic, because I'm 40 seconds behind now. I'm not saying I'm a shit driver, but I'm not a good driver neither, but not bad, not awful, you know. Not completely novice with racing games, but I don't claim to be good, so don't get me wrong, there will be people that do it, but 40 seconds is nuts, you know. So if Puppy picked this up, for example, it's just stylish to Puppy who joined me on a Monday and Thursday, I'm pretty sure within a day or so of handling it, to grips with the handling, he might be able to chip into the 40 seconds. But, you know, he might be achieving it, but Puppy's an exceptional racing driver on games, you know, and he'll tell you there's people that are much better than him, but, you know, this isn't going to be achievable by most people. It's really not. 40 seconds is really long. I know I mess up, and I mess up a good second or whatever a lap, but say 2 seconds, I can do each lap 2 seconds better than what I'm doing, which I'm sure I probably can. You know, if I did everything right, optimal day, plenty of teeth all day, pretty sure I could probably pull out maybe a good second and a half push to what I'm doing, but that would still equate to be, oh shit, not great. It's 20 seconds less than what that time is, so I wouldn't have a chance. Yeah. But it's good to experience it. You're not last. So it's something to build on, isn't it? It's something to build on. And certain tracks suit certain drivers, don't they, as well? So this is very much a straight. See, I did that awfully, and I know I did that awfully. I've got enough about this car, it's got enough power down the straight to pull away. And it's me trying to better my time, basically. Also the fact that the tyres have slightly gone, not as grippy as they were. I'm just looking for the colour on the tyre as well. All of a sudden they don't feel as grippy. It's like a noticeable difference. Lap 10, we're coming up towards the... Oh no, we're on lap 11. I'm ahead of it. I myself on lap 11. Maybe get double check the time. So, the youngest sometimes needs a push to get out the front door. The last lap, 2 races right on the tail. I've got to say, we're not holding them up. Got to be careful. Treat each corner with respect. He isn't good. It's all right. It's this afternoon. Go. So this will complete the last lap of the race for now. I will be stopping the stream to start off with. I may be back. Just got to have a small little break and that's out. I may be back. If you see me pop online again, please do join me. Just have a small little break for a minute. Just one is a sort of time of day that I need to sort of keep an eye on things. 2, I need a pit stop, if I'm honest. I mean, it might be just a pause for a second, I don't know, but I need a pit stop myself. But I do intend to be back. So should we just pause the stream, shall we say, for a second before I have a pit stop? It's very much a loosely based stream this morning. A stream that I didn't know I would fit in, but I thought let's go for it. Did not sleep very well, I won't lie. So literally I might even hold it in for a minute until we get into another race. Who knows? I quite enjoyed that towards the end. We got to 10. We gained 2 positions. We're playing on authentic, so we expect it to be really hard. That's the thing. I expect it to be really hard. It's not expecting, miracles or anything like that. It was always going to be tough race. Maybe we can complete the next one. We can hold it in for a minute. But I'm literally going to pause the stream just for a second, and I'll say we'll be back in a minute. We're back. Sorry, a little pit stop needed. You've got to go, you've got to go. You know, it's one of those things. Right, back onto the Twitch screen. Let's get that loaded up. Right, fine. And here we are again. Right, so we're on to the next race. Begin event. San Marino is the track, 12 laps. Authentic difficulty. The sanctuary body requires us to have a race ready car to attend the next event. Repair the car. It cost 22,000. 22,000. What did I break the car up? Didn't think so, but let's go for it. Let's go. Traveling to track, San Marino. So this game could do a bit better presentation and stuff like that, but it's built as a simulator and stuff like that. Oh, look at this! I've got a Dunking biscuit just before the race starts. So we get a 12 laps, San Marino. We get to practice. 10 minutes of practice. Drive through those cars to start with. We're away. I mean, you can just pull out left, but you can drive through. So we're on the pit limiter at the moment. Now
Clear of pit lane.
Bit disabled. Slight steer to the left. Get used to the corners. So this will give me a little bit of encouragement. Oh, this is a little bit of encouragement as I drive the track. Shit, what's happened to the car? I've been hit. I'll tell you what's happened to the car. I haven't set it up properly. Return to pits. That was stupid, wasn't it? Vehicle setup. I'll have my traction control on. I can actually feel like I can handle the car. So I just need it on. It's I don't know why it doesn't save. Can we? Yeah. Save setup. Maybe if I save the setup, press Y. Vehicle setup 1. Then confirm, and then that'll give me a chance to actually try it out properly. Here you go. Maybe we'll be out. Oh no! I'll press next. Oh bollocks! Not a great start. Vehicle setup qualifying. He's kept it. Drive is the button we should be pressing. Drive. Let's go. Off we go. Out the pitch, trying to put in a lap.
Clear of the pits.
We haven't got that pull to the left, so the traction control's on. This time it wasn't on before, but it was on, but it wasn't on fully. I said that. It nearly came off the track already. Right. So this is qualifying. This is the first lap out from the pits, so it's not going to count, so it's just warming up the tyres. Seeing how we get on. Weaving in and out, shouldn't I, left and right? Some heat to those tyres there. So some tracks suit some drivers. We're about to find out which suits this car. So long straights actually suit this car. corners like that, maybe not. We'll find out. Brake. Oh, that's a corner and a half, isn't it? Here we go. Braking. Now we're coming up to complete the lap. This is where the qualifying lap's going to start. Yes.
On the clock, mate. Full send this lap.
On the clock. Let's go for this. Let's try and get that in. Maybe be cautious, maybe. Oh, the marker, isn't it? Sort of lap. This is the next lap, isn't it? So I don't know what they've done to the game overnight. If anything, it could easily be me. I had a night's sleep. I would love to tell you I've had a night's sleep. I've not had a good night's sleep at all. Has anyone, honestly, anyone ever had a night where, obviously, if you've lost people and loved ones and whatever, that you literally replay every funeral you've ever been to? But it's literally pretty much most ones, you know, I've been to. Really tough night's sleep, honestly. Like, I've been beaten up all night. That's why I gave up. Come down and think, yeah, let's stream. But obviously, it's make sure that they get out the door. They're old enough to sort themselves. Oh, that corner was better. That corner was better. I think I know why I'm having those sort of dreams, because it's come up to a time of year that my mum sort of like funeral, so I think it's probably associated with it all. Maybe a trip to the grave is needed soon. I don't know. It's a tough thing. So when you're tired, you know, and I think those are the sort of things that get on top of you a little bit. But it's good to talk about them as well, which is why I'm talking about it. Mental health, it's still into very much into November, although I'm doing November properly this year, I will say that.
You've got 5 minutes left.
Say selfish reasons, I wanted my beard by Christmas. I feel like an alien without it. We started with good intentions, but we are talking about it, and that's the main thing. Obviously having those conversations. I'm not a big lover of David Cameron or anything like that, but I think he did a good thing as well, coming out and announcing because men don't talk about things. He come out and announced that he had prostate cancer and he's a bit of a fool because he's got it off and all this stuff, and really shouldn't. So fair play to him, so to speak. Obviously we had the royal family a little bit in terms of their cancer issues and stuff as well. So it's you need to talk about it a bit more if you're going through something. There's no harm in this whole stigma from a man perspective that you've got to put up and shut up and really start just deal with it. It's all bollocks. Oh no, I've been overtaken, which means I'm not doing very well. Oh no, I've been completely cut off. He rattled me properly. Definitely rattled me. Oh well, last it is again. Proper rattle. Right, I'll tell you what we're going to do is return to the pits and then we'll go out on another flying lap.
Qualifying's over.
No, we won't.
Might have to take a look at your setup for the race because the other guys obviously found more speed.
So we'll be in last. Last. Next session. Here we go. We could qualify further up the field, but we wouldn't finish there because we're naturally
Good luck,
slower.
mate. You can do it.
I'm glad with the encouragement. We can do it, he says. Just give him a B&Q advert on it. Shouldn't we can do it if you can B&Q it. B&Q, come sponsor this Essex channel. That's a tongue joke, isn't it? There's someone who really wants to know. We like our Essex Tea. We like our Essex. Oh shit. We like our Essex Tea. Not all that shit. It's absolutely amazing. Alright, here we go. Right, we've got the run on. Maybe not got the wrong end. Should have gone on that side. Oh, he's pushed me off. He pushed me back on. That's it. The race is over because I can't restart. It doesn't let you restart. It's just retire. Oh, how shit, eh? This is what they say about this authentic sort of racing laugh, if you like. If you, yeah, it's great to do it, and I suppose it builds you up for playing online and stuff like that, which is where I think this game is sort of suited, if you like, in terms of the authentic experience. But that is it. The race is over for me because now I've got just 12 laps of just driving, bettering myself. Is like, wow, I don't think I'm going to get close. I'm going to try. See if I can make 11 seconds on this reverse in the back, but you never know. But you can tailor the game. I'm only trying it on every little mode, so I've got 3 saves on this at the moment. So we've got a save at 50%, sort of difficult. We've got a save at 40%. 40% was too easy. 50% was, I'm not sure if that was right or not, but for an achievement perspective and sort of seeing where the game goes, how hard it is, we'll stick it on authentic. And we on authentic. It's just such a shame that the name Essex, if you like, is they've had to change it because it's got the word sex in the middle of it, which is, I've not seen that for some time. Oh no, we caught it. We are retiring. We've done our bit on authentic. We know we're not good enough.
I think they found something we didn't. We'll have to analyse the data.
Found something that we didn't. What you found is that I wasn't very good. That's what it was. So, yeah. So authentic is not for me personally, but we have experienced it. It's too hard. I don't mind the fact that you can't restart it if you like. It would be annoying, but the thing is, we've got no chance of winning a race. Absolutely no chance. We're about 40 or 50 seconds behind everyone else. So authentic is just, for me personally, it's good to experience it, but it's a no-no. So we'll go back and go to career, and what we can do is we can delete the authentic because yeah, it's too damn hard. Simple as that. I'm not gonna lie, I can't do it. It's too hard. So can we delete? There is a delete button down there. It says press X. Is it X to delete? X to delete. There you go. So we can delete that one, and then we can start the new career. But we won't be playing it on authentic because it's hard. No restart is, no restart is one thing, but to have it at 100% difficulty no matter what. So let's go down to 50%. When I feel 50%, and we can work from 50%. I've had to go on 40%. Found it a bit easy, although I was picking up penalties. I did find it easy, and the fact that obviously 12 laps of race is kind of hard as well. So that would be 12 laps a race. Obviously, you can do with 24, 36, 48. Half 6 is about my attention span, I'll be honest with you. With some tracks. Why some tracks hard going? Honestly, I find track-based games tough at times. So we'll go with the starting budget as well, but I want a starting budget a little bit better. Starting budget of it's alright, we'll buy the starting budget's fine, we'll buy the Aston. I quite like the Aston. Oh man, Matchy TV, how you doing, buddy? How's things? I feel like you're coming to my stream and I'm playing not your game. Yeah, I know. I'm having a go. But I'll be honest. I will be honest. I love your comment. I'm going to read it out loud as well. I feel like a 90-year-old husband cheated on by his wife for a younger model. How's the cold morning been? It's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's not too cold this morning. I think we're a little bit of rain around these parts anyway. It's been all right. But how you doing, buddy? I'm going to be honest with you. If you're watching, old man, I'm going to be honest with you. Rennsport was better, and that's being honest at the moment. I love how this single player. I'm being honest. I'm not just saying it. Rennsport is a better game from a handling perspective. There are bits that, as you know, I've said about Rennsport that the AI and stuff like that. This is quite a ropey launch as well. We watch all tires, so we all know. Yeah, it is. Your handling model is much better. That's where I say this game. To this game. This game is the authentic experience. We say is too much. People up to got very lucky. PMR to do too well. So, yeah, it's a game. It lacks presentation. Yeah, I'm going to be critical here. This is my thing, isn't it? It lacks presentation. It lacks polish. Your game has polish. The AI, on both are questionable, should we say? I wish it had a career mode. Yours, I'll be honest with you. I wish it had but then I feel that Rennsport is very much suited to, should we say, the online racer, isn't it, rather than the single player. This game is suited to the online racer, but tries to do a single player as well. So there you are. That's my assessment. Rennsport handling 10 out of 10. This 6 out of 10, if I'm honest. 7 out of 10, maybe on the handling perspective. It's all right. We'll see where this goes. Basically, likewise, we'll see where Rennsport goes. You shouldn't release the single player or the AI to be more specific. Well, this is having its problems with the AI as well, you see. It is one of these things. But don't worry, I'll be back to Rennsport. I just wanted to play this. There's lots of fixes coming for it. Yeah, there's lots of fixes coming for this. They've already had a patch as well. And I'm trying to work out whether... I played this last night. And I seem to be better this morning. And now I've heard that there's a patch... you say the AI is much better. What I will say is they don't literally ram into you. So we're being honest. So Rennsport, they ram into. So maybe if we're looking at what's better in terms of, so we said about the handling. Now, being honest, handling is much better on Rennsport. AI, they're both questionable. AI on this is much better. Obviously, there's more tracks on this. It's nice to have the likes of Northampton and Derby to race around as well, which is different, which is a great thing. But as I said, I think your side of things is that you're more geared up to compete with sort of iRacing, aren't you? Whereas I think this is trying to be everything, if you like. So it's trying to do this as well as trying to offer a single player. The authentic racing, though. only for the die-hard fan, should we say. It's not for me. It's not for me. Also, what is up with development teams not allowing the word Essex written in games? So we can write Essex Tea. There we go. So we write Essex Tea, and we can write Essex Tea again, and it's gonna. It's sort of, you think, oh, it's accepting it. It's fine. I remember the original 360 had a problem with it. Funny enough, the PlayStation 2 did not have a problem with the word Essex. But we're going to Europe. Going into Europe. See, I compare this to me. It doesn't like Essex. It doesn't. It's like, no, don't like the word. It's got sex in the middle of it. Honestly, professional. So the starting budget as well. The other thing I like about Rensport is you're open to all cars. So you've got all the cars, if you like, side of things. You actually have to buy and purchase the cars in this. So I mean, you can do the cheap if you like. Big starting budget it's sort of like it's doing a single play, but it's bare bones as well. You know, it's no disrespect to Rensport, but they're both bare bones at launch. But what I will say is Rensport works better, if that makes sense. Although the AI it just feels better in general. But we're going to stick with this GT3 2022 because it feels good. We are criticising. I know I'm terrible. And I'm criticising. I can't even drive properly myself. I know, terrible. So event calendar. So you have everything open to you as well. So we did the UK. Although championship purse, you don't get any points or any money for doing Nordschleife, or you don't get any for doing Bathurst. What's that about? So you pay an entrance fee, but you don't get any money for it. Why? That surely is wrong, is it not? So to go to Spa, you pay £170,000 to enter, but you don't actually get any money. And the Bathurst as well, 230,000, but you don't get any money. Surely that's massively on Nordschleife. £170,000 to enter, you don't get any money, you know. But this is on the other way. The independents, you get 300 grand for the championship purse and 600. So we've done the Italian races. Obviously, we've done the United Kingdom the other day. So now we should go on to the GT3 World Championship purse 85. Should we just do that? Go into the World Circuit, or should we go straight in? That could be interesting, couldn't it? World Championship. How many races is this going to be? So we've got 5 races. Okay, so the World Championship is pretty much European as well. So as it is in real life, same standings. 1 out of 16. Let's give this a go then. But thank you for dropping in, old man. I will be back to Rensport, I promise. I promise. Lies. No, I honestly. Honestly. I'm excited for both games. I mean, it's good to be obviously a gamer that loves his racing game. At the back of your cup, it says PMR founder. Yeah, I'm a founder of your game as well. You got to drive them. You got to play them both, haven't you, and see what they are. You know. I'll be back to F1 as well. I love F1. Are you a fan of racing games in general, old man? Is that where you're at? Oh, hang on. Oh, fucking hell, I haven't done it again. Has it saved my... No, it hasn't saved it. My ABS is an 8. I want to change that. Let's change that on the fly. Oh, that's better. That's better. You got it gifted from my friend.
Clear of the
She
pits.
works at EA. So, what do you think of F1 then, buddy? Oh shit! Why am I all over the places? Why is this car? What have I done? I know the tyres aren't warmed up yet, but what have I done? Have I done something? I feel like I've done something to the car. All of a sudden, I've been driving this car and it's been fine, but all of a sudden it wants to turn to the right. It's probably the best of the series, but it has an arcade feel to the visit, so I'm not a big fan of it. Yeah, I get that. She doesn't like racing or football games. What's it? Your friend doesn't like racing or football games. So F1's probably the best in the series, but it has an arcade feel to the physics, so I'm not a big fan. I agree with you there. What it does, it nails the presentation phenomenally. And something that EA do very well, isn't it? They do the presentation side of things brilliantly well. There's no doubt about that. I don't think anyone can doubt that from that side of things. I would only play it with my streamer friends. Single player is very good. Yeah, old man. Yeah, I get it. He started playing across them all aboard. So, what we likes of you play them all. The physics messes up how I drive in other games. This is it. This is it. Now, this is someone like myself who sort of goes across all sort of games. You know, all sort of things. Goes across all games. So I like Forza Motorsport, but your game handles much better. And I'm not just saying that. Honestly, I said that right at the start. Forza Horizon 5 is a different kettle of fish, isn't it? I mean, it is what it is. It's open world, and I don't think anything can compare with that. It's brilliant. It does what it does brilliantly well. I'm enjoying Test Drive, but that's on more of the arcadey sort of side of things. Had a little go at JDM, Japanese Drift Master. Actually, fun game, but extremely arcade, extremely as you'd expect. I don't even know why they tried to say there was a sim element to that, because there bloody isn't. It's as arcade as you could expect, you know, really as arcade as you can sort of expect, really. So, and then obviously we've got this game, which is going for the sim, and Rensport, which is going for the sim. And I'll be honest with you, the most enjoyable, and I find track-based racing games very hard to enjoy for more than an hour or two at a setting, because it's essentially it's just going round and round a circle, and they make me tired. I don't know why. I can play Forza Horizon, I can play a good 4 or 5 hours on Forza Horizon and not feel tired. I know I wouldn't, but track-based games, I just have this element that I just do this, and I start dropping off, you know, and it's kind of hard to get out. But Rensport, it's just something about the did we say the mechanics, something about you want to bet yourself all the time, and you know that's how it goes, so it keeps you going. Rensport, that's why I've enjoyed Rensport so much, but obviously I needed a small break, I'm not going to lie, to play this officially launched. I got gifted this game, so to play this, so I've got to play it, I've got to write about it, I've got to review it, but it's hard because your game as well, I'm only getting round to actually writing my review for your game, because I wanted to give it a chance in terms of knowing that the patch was coming. You know, I wanted to give it a chance. So it would be the same with this. I would want to give this a chance. I'm not a reviewer that's going to go straight in that you can stay the night, but you're sleeping on the sofa. I'm not just saying it. It's you know what I mean. It's Ren Sport. The reviews that got out the box day one, a little harsh, but I can understand where the point was coming from. I'm not someone that drives on a racing wheel, so I don't know that perspective. From a controller perspective, your game hands down nailed. But I can understand the problems with the AI and people writing about them, that the lack of the content. But it's the understanding. Having spoke to yourself, having done my own research into what Rensport is all about and where it's going and how it's trying to. Sorry, my wife's going. You're talking about. So having done some of my own research about the game, comparing it to iRacing and stuff like that, the fact that iRacing you have to pay monthly, the fact that you have to pay for all the, you have to pay for cars and stuff like that. Rennsport, now I'm looking at it in a different light, and I'm looking at it, okay, it's got lack of cars, it's got lack of tracks, but what it's trying to compare itself to and go for across the board is a much more sort of like user-friendly experience when it comes to the wallet as well. So it might feel like it's bare bones, but it really isn't. And that the fact that you've got extra content coming along as well, brilliant. This game's message is with this game's message is that you don't pay for anything. What you get is what you get. So out the box, you're going to get everything, and you can unlock it as you go along, or you can turn the different modes and you can have everything all at once if that's what you wish. Which is great. It's brilliant in that respect, as long as it works. You've spent 2K on iRacing over 5 years. Christ Jesus, do you feel like you want that money back? Or do you feel like you've got 2K out of it? Christ. Proper hardcore racer here. Proper hardcore racer. So are you, being a racer, obviously you're very much favour Rennsport. To be honest, I got 2K out of it, but I'm sad that I'm not paying for sub. I can't race with my content. Yeah, so I'm done with iRacing. It is one of those things where you've got to keep it up, isn't it? So you can build in, but you've got to stay, focusing on Rennsport and LMU. Go on, tell me what LMU is, because when people abbreviate things to me, I'm like, I probably should know. Probably should know. What about Assetto Costa Racing? Le Mans Ultimate. What about the Assetto Costa Rally? Yeah, that one. The rally that is so far behind, is it? Because a lot of people are raving about the rally. It's okay. It's okay. See, I like, from my perspective, I'm very much obviously a casual gamer in terms of genres, but I'm a lover of the racing genre. Just I'm not very good, but it doesn't stop me from playing it, and that's where I feel like I can get somewhere with Rennsport. I did actually have 1 or 2 races with you in it, actually, Mark. I did. I don't know if you noticed, this will be online, and so a couple of races. I was the guy right at the back. No, I didn't finish last in either of the races. I think you finished second in both races. So fair play to you. But you were sort of like a good 20 or 30 seconds down the road from me. Right, return to the pits, and we'll do an actual. We don't press next, we're on drive, so hopefully this car's going to work. Should have said hi. I was on stream, so I was doing my stream. My wife's apologising. I say sorry, she's laughing at me, but it's fine. I actually laughed at the fact that I said I'd do it. Oh, fucking hell, I've done it again. Alright. I like the ABS and the traction control fully on this game, because I'm fucked otherwise. Oh. Right, here we go. Oh shit. I went in something. Oh no. Panic mode. This is not working. Panic mode. There you are. Press the right buttons, Dave. Sorry, bear with me. Oh, got tea on the go. Look, tea on the go. Look. Yeah, intravenous drip. That's what it'll be down there. Essex Tea. They come in there and sort me out. So are you very chatty in the lobbies then? Obviously, being a community side of things, I suppose you would be, wouldn't you? Right, let's sort this out. Well, there's a tea. We're stuck in the bits at the moment. We're trying to sort out my car, get it to how I like the car set up. It's quite fiddly when you try and do it on this MFD or what you want to call it. MDF. Down, put it up to 11. 11. There you go. We got there. going into a race, so very slow replies. But yeah, I tried to be. Oh, warning, minimum pace. It's telling me off. Telling me off. Let's see if I can actually.
Hammer down now.
See who's racing me to Lost playing PMR. Lost or lots of people playing PMR? Because people are lost on this. I think people feel so disappointed. That's the thing. I think, and see, if I'm going to be critical about a game, I do understand where games coming from and stuff like that. I know the developer side problems and stuff like that. It's not quite as clean cut. People are too quick to hate these days. Oh, this feels a bit smooth around the bits, so I don't know what was going on. Lost like the same. Yeah. Lost as in the TV series, we just keep playing, but nothing changes, nothing happens. Or lost as in disappointed with it. I don't know. There will be lots of people disappointed with it, and rightly so. It's a lot of money to shell out, £60, and it's, if I'm honest, these days. For games, £60, and then they can't get on with it, or it doesn't work out of the box, or there's something wrong with it. I mean, people are saying it's broken. It's not broken. It's playable. I like the fact that people sort of say, it's broken, can't play it. You can play it. Anyone says you can't play, even your game, Rensport, people are saying, it's broken, you can't play it. They're talking about their arses. You know, if you want to see a broken game at launch, test drive. That was broken at launch. But every fix that they do, they get it up to a certain standard, which is great. Literally, you think, this is how it should launch. And then they go and put another update and break it again. I don't know where they go with that game.
5 minutes remaining.
Loved. Proper racing. Here we go. 4 laps. We're in practice, so at least they've got the car set up how we want it. Look at the zebra stripes though. I've ordered the one with the zebra stripes, obviously. Someone's going to be honest about this, and they're gonna have a, they're going to criticise this very heavily, and it'd be a bit unfair to criticise it before a patch, as well. So it's funny seeing users with the PMR tag at the end of the name saying PMR dropped the ball. This is your chance to win back the community, and it's okay. Back to PMR. Yeah, I don't know. People, it's interesting how people criticise it. They say they dropped the ball and all that sort of stuff. They're developers at the end of the day. They work really hard. They put in 2 or 3 years into the effort. They haven't dropped the ball. It's going to be some tweaks. It's going to need 1 or 2 updates. It will get there. This game will get there. I've no doubt about that. And the same with Rensport. I mean, it needed an update in terms of the wheels, didn't it, right at the start? But it got there. You lot recognised that straight away, and you fixed it. They're doing the same. They've already got a patch ready. They think they've got a patch ready to address some of the issues already. It's just a shame in today's day and age. A lot of people jump to the fact that things aren't tested properly, and maybe that's true. Maybe the AI side of things that tests the games for you and stuff like that, and I know there's a lot of that goes on. It doesn't report back how it should. I don't know, because even the developers can see exactly what they're not like, sort of shying away from the problem. But what I'm upset to see is there's so many achievements for this authentic racing. Not that I'm an achievement hunter, but there's no way I can win it. No matter how good I get in this game, there's no way I would win a race. not a chance. I was critical about, in some respects, about Rensport and the way that it penalises you for certain things. This game really penalises you. You've only got to literally just come off the track most tiniest bit, you get 2-second penalty straight away. It's like, wow. So in the actual race, you come off the track, no matter whose fault it is. So if someone smashes you off the track, you get a 2-second penalty. The criticism that I have with Rensport is that sometimes you can't avoid smashing into someone. Just literally, someone spins right in front of you, and you get the penalty for it. Really? And then those penalties rack up as well. But at least you're giving someone a chance. Christ, compared to this, you get 2 seconds here and there. Having said that, I've knocked one up this morning, whereas last night I was knuckled right everywhere. All the 2 seconds were just padding up the whole time. I was thinking, oh my god, I'm not going to be able to get on with this game. Maybe it's down to the different car I'm driving now, or whether it's, like I said before, I was just tired last night. I don't know. Maybe I'm tired and I'm tired this morning. Yeah. I've been to sleep and feel like that, so that makes sense. I've one of those sort of nights of sleep where you've been beaten up. And then you wake up, oh god. The sort of nights that you've had, you drank 10 pints and you feel it afterwards, but no touch to drop, that's all. There we go. So we've got we're putting a fast lap time. I don't know quite what our lap time is at the moment. Yeah, 108. I don't know where we're going to compare to the 150s. It's a much smoother drive in this particular car compared to last night, but I didn't drive this car last night, so it would have been interesting to see how it would have got on. Maybe it's the zebra stripes. Maybe that's what it is. Right, here we go. Putting a lap in.
Got a ping with fastest
So
car on track.
Let's race at 50%
Session ends in 1 minute.
So we're trying to find our difficulty. The other thing that with this game is that you have your set sort of difficulty, and that's it. You can't change it. So you can't alter your difficulty throughout the game. So when you feel like you're getting better, you're stuck with the difficulty that you're at. Now surely that's going to change as well. You've got to be able to, after let's say the end of the championship, you can change the difficulty. If you're going to do a single player, element to a game, you've got to have that in the game. Because you're going to improve. The more you play any racing game, you're going to improve. You don't want to be stuck with the same different, all right, I'm doing my championship and now I've got to restart it because I'm too good and I'm winning all the time. There's got to be that element of the developers that have got to come in, maybe patch that as well. I hope so. I really do.
Checking flag this lap. End of session.
So we're in overtime now, so this lap is going to count in terms of practice. Now 1 second quicker as well. So I do think that, I'd like to think I'm better than 50%. It's struggled at 50%, it's struggled with difficulty at 50%. Tried authentic. I should say we struggled at authentic massively. We finished last, except for the last race where we were behind. Here we are. It's the fastest, only just the fastest lap, isn't it? Yeah, 153. Turn to pit, 7 seconds. So I feel that's done alright, isn't it? Yeah. got the fastest lap there. So now we need. Oh, get on a biggie hook. Look at this. Look at this. Don't get in my tea. So we're on to the next, are we? And we're first. So that's what happens when you turn the difficulty down. No penalties. But have I turned it down too much? You see, yesterday I was struggling at 50%. Today I seem to be alright at 50%. That's just to practice that, not the actual qualifying itself. So now we need to go to the vehicle setup and actually get this right this time. So you can change all this as well. So the essentials, you can change your tyres and your chassis, all the how you want to race, similar to Rensport. Before the race, you can check, see how you get on with things. So engine drive is where I want to change. So I want to change the traction control. Yes, I'm a bit of a wimp, I know, turning it all up. And then let's come out of that, and then let's go. Let's go for a drive. Put a qualifying lap in. Going into a race, but I can just about hear you over the Rensport engine audio.
Hammer down now.
That's another thing I get with your game, Rensport. The audio is a little bit better. Yeah, so I can be critical of your game. I still love your game more. There you are. I said it. But we are talking at the moment, this game. Let's see where we go. See the updates go. I mean, they're not going to better the presentation. The presentation's there. It's quite a drab, honestly, presentation. I mean, if you're going to do something with the career mode, at least have some sort of presentation, you know. You tried to implement something new, and you did it very well. And that's all right. Like I said, you're bringing like the iRacing type style to the console, and it works. Got time to try and bring it on. It needs like 3 ups to get to a standard we need. Yeah, I can imagine exactly. As long as those updates come fairly quickly, we'll be fine. Be right back in a race. The race itself, it's got to do some community work. Work on Rensport, like I say, and there's room for both games. From a racing perspective, as long as the games don't feel exactly the same, which they do not, you get on with both. Like I say, this feels good because it's got the added tracks, but I'm sure Rensport will have more tracks on the way. In fact, I know it'll have more tracks on the way. I dare say this will though as well. As long as this is patched quite quickly, we'll have 2 fabulous games. Now, and it's good for the console racing.
This is your quali lap. Make it count.
Also pushes each developer to be better, doesn't it? Let's face it. You're doing your scouting work on the competitors' game, isn't it? And hopefully it'll push Forza as well, if I'm honest, to produce a better motorsport game, or what I would have thought will be the next Xbox. And who knows, PlayStation, you never know. You seem to know what you're doing with Xbox these days. Kel, how you doing? How's things? I am driving. What am I driving? How's my driving? Yeah, very much, buddy. How is my driving? How are you doing, buddy? How's your morning going? Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. We just had a little bit of time tonight, so we're going to get on with this. I actually played this last night for a little bit. It's always interesting from a stream perspective what time to stream. But I get more viewers at this time in the morning, and certainly on a Saturday and Sunday than I do in the evening, which is kind of strange sometimes. But it's good to throw in the evening because I got to stream last night to people that I don't usually chat to and don't usually watch my stream, and get 1 or 2 followers, and that's what it's all about, and then making connections, and hopefully they'll come back. And I got to play this as well and see what the fuss was about with its ropey launch. But what I will say is, flicking it on this morning, I feel like
Good stuff. Quickest lap of the session.
at the game. I don't know if that's down to a little update. I feel that a lot of people can lurk and shove on a second one. Exactly. I think
5 minutes left.
It's sort of like people playing their own games as well, aren't they? A bit risky then. I was a bit risky, but I did it. We put in a 153 at qualifying. I don't think that's going to get me pole as the track warms up. We can go faster. I think like me in work, and you can binge on Twitch, exactly. Evenings is hard because either people stream themselves and have commitments elsewhere, or just want to hide and play their own games. Exactly, this is it. So that's why I love a Saturday and Sunday morning stream. Obviously, we do our multiplayer game night on a Monday and Thursday, but it never gets any real views. You know, it really doesn't, which is a shame because it almost makes me want to stream on a Thursday and do something else. But it's that evening element, isn't it? That I've tried the evening a few times, which is good. Trying different times. They say to be honest, from a stream perspective, they say to do it really late, around midnight is a good time because people turn off and then they're just chilling in the UK, and then you get the American crowd. But you know, don't really do it for views. We do it for a connection. That's what we do it for. I appeared offline to play Monster Hunter Story yesterday. Why not, eh? See, I've got your review to look at, haven't I? Which I will look at some point. Yeah. Still running quite quick, one second faster. I've always tried community nights, nothing wrong with doing it, even every other week. I found people was there one night and unable to make it every week. Yeah, we have a solid. I've been doing it for years. It's not something new or anything. We did Thursday night, sort of back in the days. Things like anyone that knows me and will know that Mr. Stylist and Puppy is usually around for community night until dark. Both absolutely fabulous gents that I've known a long time. You say at least. Let's say 17 years. It's not though, is it? It's Daft 20, Puppy 19 years. Quite some time. We still play together every now and again. I mean, Daft goes back to PlayStation 2. Puppy, the early days of 360. So, but we've known each other from the forum for a long time. But the community nights, I like doing the community nights. Certainly on a Thursday, because that was always what we used to do years ago on a Thursday, which kept going. We brought it back to Complete Xbox, basically when I started Complete Xbox, got Road King, should we say. We Complete Xbox, I thought let's do Thursday and see what we can get on. Initially started with the 3 of us, 4 of us, and it grew. So. And now you sort of change the games around, but we put it into a format where everyone is welcome, because that's what it's all about. So we have the game. It's based around Game Pass and all that side of things. So Game Pass or free to play. So yeah, we do feature the similar sort of same games over and over again, or every now and again. But it enables people just to come in and join. You love stuff like that. I have a small team as well where I like to play games with in 10 years. Even got some as groomsmen at my wedding. Oh, nice. It's fabulous, isn't it? It's the power of gaming brings people together, and they say that online friendships aren't real sometimes. I say EGX as well. People meet up at the likes of EGX and stuff like that, don't they? As you guys do. Just there's a lot more gaming sort of stuff up north, meetups and stuff like that north, and really any down south. You get little ones, and I mean real little ones. EGX is the biggest, and even that's very disappointing for me at the moment. It's not where it was. Worse than our last lap, I think. Come away. It's me thinking, we might be doing slightly better. We're only 100 of a second. 100 of a second in the lead on the pole. Go round the outside. Go round the outside, that driver. Done brilliantly. Take it out.
4/10 off.
Honestly, not in games. Got to be able to laugh at yourself. So we've got a quick lap coming up here. I got way too early. Way too early.
1 minute remaining.
How has that worked out? But I did that faster. I broke way too early. Maybe that's key. Break really early. Power out. We have small ones up north, and even then I only go because I am on the circuit for a few of them and want to support them. Most events these days are expensive. They are expensive. That's the thing to even get to. So a lot of people always question, is it worth spending £200 for walking around a badminton court for a few hours? This is it. This is it. What you'll get is, with us now that you've joined us, you won't ever have to pay. That's the thing. If you can find a press, then someone that is open to the press sort of side of things, just use us. I mean, I had stuff, got invited to the Birmingham, it's in Birmingham. I did got invited to EGX. I'm going to do EGX. Always get invited to them, and if you don't get invited, you get the press passes as well. So it's a good way of meeting up people.
Checkered flag this lap. End of session.
I'll be on for a good lap. I'll be on for a good lap. A second and just under a second and a half better. Been loving being part of the team. Yeah. Nice to hear. What I like to say, because a lot of people consider us sometimes a bit closed off because we do our community nights and there's always the same sort of people. We are welcoming. That's the thing. It's all about giving people opportunities. At the end of the day, it's giving up your free time to do a bit of writing. Get a free game out of it and enjoy yourself and be part of the team. Exactly, that's what it is. And offer new ideas as well. I mean, Geordie, I did see the Geordie about starting up the podcast again. I'm like, as much as I would love to, and I really would, time is the issue. Time is the issue with your family guy, and you have your fingers in this pot and that pot, and you're trying to grow here and you're trying to grow here, you're trying to sort of keep in touch with PRs and stuff like that, which is what I do. I love chatting loads of PR people and stuff like that, but it takes time, it takes effort, and it does impact on your life a little bit.
That's
Sometimes
P1! Absolutely fantastic! You nailed it!
Review out. I've got to do this quickly. I've got to do this quickly, and it is literally you're only got as much time as you have. You can't generate more time. I tried years ago of getting up at sort of 5 o'clock in the morning and writing reviews here and there. Good to start off with, but you burn out because you haven't got the time to do that sort of thing. So it's just fine margins in terms of where you manage your time and stuff, because life gets busy, and that's the thing, and people have to respect that, and that's what I hopefully bring to CX in terms of the PR side of things. I make them aware that we do it all for free, and we all have lives. And I do it in a friendly way, and not, so I'm not an arsehole, I'm not, and if they don't get the style, they don't get the style. You can only do what you can do, can't you? It's definitely the hardest part is the time commitment, and sometimes a week is just busy, and then you have to do something every week. It becomes a chore. That is it, and that's what I try and always say with CX. It's not a chore. Life gets busy, life gets in the way. Family first, appointments first. Forget the games. You just have to get the developers and the PR people on board with that, because at the end of the day, they're the same, but they are only doing their job as well. They get given a job, and they get given, right, we need a review of so and so. Well, put that in and try and get around about 90% coverage that they look for is about 90% in time within a week. But that's a lot of commitment, especially if you give someone a game that is 40 or 50 hours long, and you want them to review it. You feel that you've got to play enough of it, don't you, to review it? So, say the game's 40 hours long, you want to put in at least 30 hours to experience most of it. If not, try and complete it. That's a full-time job. And you're doing it for free. It's your spare time, so you've got to enjoy it. So I don't worry about my issues. Or I want to finish Monster Hunter Stories before reviewing a second, and finish away, buddy. Finish it. Honestly, I will soon tell you if my mate Ziad has a problem or an issue with it. But they have to understand that sometimes that you're allowed to actually game as well and enjoy your gaming. It's not all a chore. Honestly, you're fine. You're good. Right, so we've got pole. So now we've got 6 laps of Britannia, which is Monza. Have they changed the name? Tell them I am hooked. Oh, I will do, buddy. I will. It is about building a relationship. You get some that you're not so relationship. Morning, I'm absolutely loving this game. Awesome. Good to hear. You don't want to hear my thoughts on it then? No, I'm loving it too. I'll be critical. There are critical sides of things with this game. How are you playing the game, holy moly? Are you playing it on authentic, or have you had to change it? I love the game. I love all racing games. That's the thing. I love all racing games, but I have to be critical, constructively. They've done something to the game overnight. I don't know if it's had a small update or something overnight, or if it's not, and I'll just find myself that I can handle the car, or if it's just the car itself. But there are things about the game I like. As I was discussing with the old man who ran Sport, he's sitting there earlier, he's popping in and out. And there are things that I don't like about this game, and it's similar to Rensport. Ooh, shit.
Track limit violation. Officials.
Yeah. So he heard his name on a wheel, on authentic. I can trust fantastic, but visually visually. There we go. This is say visually. P1 in a rookie race. Nice, buddy. Nice. Visually, this game needs to improve. That would be my first. How are you getting on? You say you're playing authentic. So, what level are you racing against then? Are you competitive on authentic, or do you think that authentic is just? See, I've had to go on authentic. I'm not the best racer. Don't get me wrong. I don't consider myself bad. I like Formula 1 is my jam in terms of racer. Although I'm fast loving Rensport, let's say now that old man's in. That's right. No, I do like Rensport. This game, there's something about it that's not gripping me, which is good in some respects, but I also want to bet myself. I like the fact that we've got different tracks in, so you've got Northampton, you've got Derby and all that side of things. I don't know where the sound is at. I find Rensport better for sound. I find Rensport better for handling. But it's going to be preference at the end of the day. It's not to say this isn't a bad game. What's the best racing game and why is it Project Gotham Racing? Extremely fond of Project Gotham Racing. Not the best racing game. Very fond of it. Very fond. The reason I'm extremely fond of it is because it was one of my first proper forays into online racing. But why is it the best? It's probably I remember it the best. Yeah, I know it's not the best. You know. So 90 to 100% difficult I can keep up, but it's independent on what car track combo. AI is decent if you race properly. Sounds amazing in my opinion. No, that's good. I'm only comparing it to Rennsport. That's what I'm saying. I've played Rennsport, and I'm looking at both games objectively, and I know there's things that this game does better than Rennsport, and there's things that Rennsport does better than this game. But we're talking about fine margins. We're talking about what's what. I think the handling model, if I'm breaking it all down, the handling model on Rennsport is better. You feel more connected, if I'm honest. That's not to say this handling is crap or it's bad or anything, because I'm actually really enjoying this morning, and I'm going on what I played last night. Last night I was like, fucking hell, this game. This morning I'm like, have they put in an update overnight? Have they changed things around a little bit? Have they done something? Because this morning either I was extremely tired last night, or I can get used to this. Feels very realistic so far with the cars I've used. Yeah, so it might be a question of different cars. I had the same with Rennsport. Rennsport, there were certain cars I found really difficult to handle, but once I got going and spent time with them, say an hour, we was all right. And that might be the case with this particular car, because this car I didn't drive yesterday, and yet this car can handle really well, and I don't have a problem with it. The only thing I've got, like I say, with this game, career mode, brilliant in terms of what it has compared to Rennsport. The only problem would be my presentation about this game. What I feel about the presentation of the is a little, compared to other career modes in other games, it's lacking. So I'm comparing it across everything in general. But it's really good, and it's got legs. I'm going to enjoy it. I own the game. I'm going to see where the game goes, see where it improves. I'm not going to rush out and put a review of it straight away or anything like that, because I think that would be unfair. And I've done the same with Rennsport. I think it would be unfair to review it as it launches, because it does have its issues. The AI, for example, on this has its issue, not as much as Rennsport, and I think old man will tell you that Rennsport's AI has a huge issue. And he's not critical. He's happy to admit that himself. So the AI wins on this one, but it is what you want from the game. But I just love racing games, and the best thing I can say about a racing game for me is that racing games in general, I drop off after about an hour, a couple of hours of going around the track. Yeah? And if this game doesn't make me drop off and it grips me, and there's something about it that I find, I don't mind a challenging game at all. Like the fact that it doesn't penalise you for a bit of wheel-to-wheel racing. Don't like the fact that it penalises you for every little coming off the track. Every little, even if... Yeah, I would not agree or disagree with that comment, but you might just switch it be right. There you go. He's being honest. There's things about this that I like, but I was quite critical of Rennsport initially when I first started playing it, in terms of if you made a mistake or the AI hit you, you get an instant penalty. But the penalties sort of docked up in time, so when you got to incurred 10 incursions, then it would penalise you. This penalises you for every little coming off the track. It makes you a better racer. So in that perspective, if that's where it's going for, which I think it is what it's going for, then it's great. But for a casual side of it, I don't know. People might be put off a little bit. So you have to look at it from every perspective, you know. So from what's one person's 10 out of 10 is another person's 6 out of 10. It's vice versa as well, or 7 out of 10. It works like that. I'm not. This won't be for everyone, you know, and it's the same as Rensport. Rensport won't be for everyone. You're talking to someone who really wants to love test drive as well. Really want to love test drive. But I find it hard.
Fastest car in the session. You're reeling the leader in. Maintain that momentum.
And then play it for a little while, and then they introduce another update and they fuck the game up. So this, in some respects, it should be telling me off for, you know, ramming the other car. Rensport would. But it will, you know, it will give me a point to a few seconds. Oh, it has given me a few seconds. What was that for then? I wonder what it was for. Because it wasn't for coming off the track. I don't think I've come off the track yet. Maybe I'm talking shit. Maybe it has come. That's done me for a couple of seconds. But I'll be honest with you, Holden Molly, you're much more of a sort of heavy duty sort of racing person than I am. You know, obviously I like my racing job, but I'm not up to speed in terms of being as good. I'm only playing on 50%. Yeah. So if you're playing on 80 or 90% and doing really well and competing on 100%, then brilliant. I'm having my Essex talk there corrected background slightly. Would you not? No, okay, sorry, I take that back. I'll correct myself with the way that was speaking. This corner. I'll take that back. I do drop my T's. I do drop, and I add things and stuff. I don't pronounce my words. I will say something that I've noticed very recently. I'm not finishing everything I say as well. I probably agree. And I do apologise for that. If I say something and then don't actually finish the sentence, I don't know what that is. Maybe it's called crazy brain. I don't know. What? What? Senile? yeah, probably. Probably going a bit senile. Probably. See, I find this quite competitive at 50%. You know, and that's saying, I mean, I can win at 50%. So I probably should upgrade it. But the other thing that annoys me about this game, probably still there. Is that I haven't, as of yet, been able to up the difficulty during career. So you can't upgrade, you know, up the difficulty, which is annoying. But at least it has it, Rensport. Here it goes, so I'm going to criticise both. I'm not frightened to criticise both, but I will tell you what it is. Tell you what I'm thinking. But it all comes down to personal preference at the end of the day, and if you connect with the racer, the racing game, then it's done its job, hasn't it? And you're right. I connect with a lot of racing games. Just find certain games a little bit more fun to play, and that's down to the handling perspective. Got a 2 second. No, we haven't quite got a 2 second. Only just though. Oh god, that's crap cornering, Dave. Crap cornering. Oh, and Mr. Old Man. The other thing I'll criticise Rensport. Yeah, so I'm going to be fair. I've praised your game. Whose idea was it to put a bloody button and turn the engine off? Whose idea was that? Mid-race. I know you can move it, don't get me wrong. This is fine, but whose idea is it to put a button? It's the most annoying button there is to find, doesn't it? Oh, fucking hell, turn the fucking engine off. But you see, what you see is what you get with me. I'm going to be honest. I'm never going to rip a game to shreds because I appreciate that this is a really good game. And it works out the box. It's not broken. I don't, in any stretch of imagination, someone to say this game is broken is their head testing. Because it's not broken. It's just not quite where you want it to be. But we have a fashion these days, don't we, where we rip everything to shreds, don't we? Or at least online, people like to rip things to shreds. So think quite right properly. I should say that again, and criticise my own words here. If it doesn't sort of work 100%, that's it, it's crap. And we seem to have lost...
Final lap, white flag is out. Bring it home.
Of rating a game, if you like. So, for example, if you're going to rate a game out of 10, it seems to be, it's either got to be a 10, a 9 or an 8, or it's shit. You know, this is kind of like really, really bad. You know, what happened to middle scores of 5 or 6? That's not to say they're crap games. You know, if you rate a game out of 5 or 6, it's not going to be for everyone, but it might be someone's 8 out of 10. You know, you recognise that. That's why I say with this, I would never be sort of say, oh, this is rubbish, because it's far from rubbish. It's really good. And that's the same with Invincible. I know the issues people have with Invincible. I know the issues have people with this, and I can see them. But you know, some people can just look past it. That's the thing. They don't have, just because they've got issues doesn't mean it has to be ruin the game or makes it really atrocious. It's a brilliant game. Both are. There's room for both. About time we had a decent track-based game, because I'm not a fan of Forza. If I'm honest, it just doesn't grip you. That's the problem with Forza. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Forza Motorsport. For me, it doesn't grip you. Sports gripped me the most recently, but I'm getting there with this. Like I say, the best thing I can say about this game will be in a week's time, whether I'm dropping off, going around the track, or whether I feel like I'm awake, but I feel like I'm connected. Do you know what I mean? Time will tell. We've won the race though, and we won it by 2 seconds, so we're probably about the level that I want to be at. We can easily lose the race, so we're at 50% difficulty. So again, that's going to, some people will look at that and go, it's rubbish. Having that model in there to alter the difficulty is brilliant, because not everyone's going to be a really good racer, and that makes it accessible to people that just want to get up and play. But the downside about that is in career mode, there doesn't seem to be a way to adjust it.
We got it, mate.
So
P1.
I can finish, if I finish the championship and I'll think, actually, I won that with ease, let's adjust the difficulty. There isn't a way, and it annoys me. You know, it's just little things like that. That's where I say that this is nitpicks. It's not with the actual game itself. It's with the presentation. So I won that race quite easy, and I should be able to go to manage team, and I should be able to go to career settings if it lets me, because it's not letting me right this second. Why are you not moving? Yeah, should be able to go to career settings, and I should be able to alter that now if I wanted to. Maybe not right this second, maybe at the end of the race, but I should be able to alter it. But it doesn't. It doesn't let you. Whether that's going to come in an update, I hope it does. I really hope it does, because it's like locked. And so now I'm with this career mode. I am locked to playing at 50% difficulty. And the thing is, with most people as play racing games, you get better as you go along, and you want to be able to adjust that, and you can't, and that's annoying. Right. I just hope. I'd love to talk to, like I've talked to old man. I'm going to call him old man. He's going to suddenly appear. I'll call him old man 3 times, and he'll eventually appear as well. But no, I want that to be in Rensport, the ability to change your difficulty as well. It's a fabulous thing to have. This allows you to do it, but you can't play the career mode and alter it as you go along. You know, which is sad, if I'm honest. Right. Where are we at? We're at 9:44. Let's one more race, maybe. One more race, and then we'll call it there, I think. So we go to the event. So we finish. We're going to Northampton now. Of all places, let's go to Northampton, which is nice to see in a game. Oh, we've got to repair the car for 45k. What's missing? Right, let's go. Northampton. Let's put a practice lap in. Let's, like I say, one more race, and then we'll call the stream. I think things to do and get on with stuff. Right, so drive. Let's go. Oh no, I fucking hell, I haven't done it again. Again, that's another nitpick, isn't it? I've actually saved a setup and it's not kept it, so I've got to go into the. I mean, it's good that I can do it on the fly, so we can adjust the ABS and the traction controls on the go. Doggy dad duty. Doggy dad. Look, there you go. What breed? What breed? You probably told me.
Clear of pit lane.
What breed you got? You know all about doggy dad. Mine is sitting right next to it. Often appears on stream as well. She's sitting next to me. She's fast asleep. She's just assumed stream position this is. She literally cuddles right up next to me. Puts her bum into me. She really snuggles up. Keep it warm, Dad. Keep it warm. You forgot. I did forget. Leah, white German Shepherd. I did. I know. It will stick eventually. You know what I say? My brain is a bit of a sieve sometimes. But what I was saying about this, and I was comparing it to Rensport, difficult, but the fact that Rensport doesn't have difficulty settings, does it? It has, from a single perspective, from a single player perspective. I don't know if it's coming later on or what's what with Rensport, but it has amateur, beginner, amateur, and pro, isn't it? And obviously the difficulty goes up in terms of the championship. But that is it, isn't it? There's no alternative settings. And this you can, so you've got 100, which is authentic racing, but you can adjust it to, right the way down if you want. My only problem with that is that I haven't had to adjust it enough. I think you should be able to adjust it because I'm not having an overly fun experience with it being 100% authentic, to be fair. And that will be the same for any casual sort of racing game, sort of fan club. But I'm locked now on career mode at 50%. Now 50% I feel is about where I'm at on this game at the moment. I'm winning a race by about 2 seconds. So it's obviously competitive. But say in a few days time I want to push it to 60. I can't on my career mode. I have to start a new career, which is like annoying. You should be able to adjust it as you go, and if you haven't adjusted, you should be able to adjust it. Not mid-race, not through mid-championship or anything, but at the end of the championship, you should be able to adjust it, surely. Not get stuck to what you're at. So now I'm sort of stuck at 50%, and I feel like I know automatically that in a week's time, at least I hope so, in a week's time I want to be playing about 65% of that. And to do that, I'm going to have to start a new career. And that in itself is bloody annoying. The fact that it has it, brilliant. But it has its critical sides of things, you know, and that's where I say the presentation of the game is a bit lacking. If you're going to implement that, implement it, you know. Constructive criticism is what it is. Constructive. It's not ripping it to shreds. It's not saying it's broken, it's rubbish, you can't play it, it's unplayable. All that sort of narrative is crap. And that goes for both games. Because I know Rensport has had it as well. Some of the criticism certainly at launch. To say games unplayable just because on the hand it's not quite where it should be, it's not fair. Okay, it might not be what you expected, but is it truly unplayable? Can you win races? Yes. Can you get enjoyment out of the game? Yes. So why rip something to shreds? Disappointed, you're allowed to be disappointed, no one's ever saying that. But we're in too much of a culture where everything is either really good or it's crap. There's no in between, there's no sort of scale at the moment, is there?
5 minutes left in the session.
I have had fun with racing games that I would consider a 7 out of 10 racing game, but I have just fun with.
You're currently the fastest on track.
Races, you know, it's being overly critical, isn't it? You don't need to be. But being critical, being negative, gets your views and hits, doesn't it? That's the thing. Just you won't get it from me. I will tell you what it is, but I will tell you what it is constructively. You know, unless you're completely blind to the fact that you're a massive fan of something, everything has its problems. Everything has its issues. So, you know, also you might be playing a game on a different system and it plays perfectly on one system and it has one or two issues on another. It doesn't mean those issues aren't there, you know. Or be critical, but you're allowed to critique something without ripping it to shreds. Like I say, I would love to know how many people, maybe Old Man can answer this. How big is the team that made Rensport? Would love to know. I'd love to know. They'll be saying, "Oh my God, we can't be tracked." I'd love to know the same with this as well. So, I know they worked extremely hard. It's a very small team in comparison to other companies. That's what I kind of had the feeling it might be, and that always comes into my thinking as well. It's like I play an indie game. If I play an indie game and it's made by 2 people, are you going to look at it in the same way as it's made by a AAA game? You can't. It's impossible to look at it exactly the same way. Because you have to remember the resources and stuff. But in truth, smaller teams with smaller games, indie games, try new things. Big teams don't try new things. They work with what they've known and tried, tested formulas, sort of thing. Oh, I'm going to get my penalty there. Warning. Oh no, it's just a warning. Okay, I must have. Oh, we're in practice. That's why. Even smaller than Coopers, the ACC group. This is not like Forza. Forza has hundreds of people, or had hundreds of people, should we say, because a lot of them, quite a few of them have gone. You have to compare the games. So I'm comparing like Rentable, for example, to Forza, and I'm thinking, wow, it hits the nail in. Hits the nail on its head when it comes to handling. It makes it more fun. And then you look at the fact that the size of the teams, and it makes a huge difference. So I'd love to know how many people are producing to this game as well. It comes into the thought process. Do you know what I mean? Wow, this sort of group of people made this, and compared to this group, it's not the same. It's like a big budget film, isn't it? You can watch a big budget film or a low budget film. Big budget film is always going to look better, no matter what, or it should look better. But the story involved in the smaller budget film does not mean that it's going to be rubbish. Does not mean it's going to be any less. Doesn't mean it might not even be better. Sometimes they often are better than the big budget films.
Final minutes of the session.
So we are in the lead on this practice session. It's like the rally games as well. The latest rally game, let's say Codemasters did with the official rally game, the WRC Rally 2. For me, brilliant game, absolutely amazing game. For me, I don't play it enough because it's too big a game in size. So I instantly will not play it because where can I get 100 gigabytes of the hard drive off? Oh, just take Rally off. I don't have to do that with this. It's 50 odd. That's fine. It's a nice size. Same with Rentable.
Session
nice
done.
size.
Check and flag this
Forza
lap.
Motorsport, I'd play more as well. Biggest reason I don't. Hard drive space. It's the same with COD. I love COD. I really do like COD, but I don't play it enough because I want to recoup some of the hard drive space. I had all the money in the world. I'd have the set card, memory card for COD. I'd have a set memory card for Battlefield games. I'd have a set memory card for this. I'd sort of have it all in sort of a library for like the memory cards. Plug it into the Xbox and go. Used to do that with cartridge games, so it's no different, is it? But these things cost money, so you have to swap and change. I'm so glad you remember the days of broadband where you used to get done for a fair usage for your download, how much you downloaded. Could you imagine that now? Get done after just one game. This is the sort of energy I wanted to bring to my stream last night, but I just tired. I wanted to. Really wanted to. We'll be back for the crap. Turning speed, still my fastest lap, but it could have been so much better than that. Turning speeds at 4, 3, 2, 1. We're in for qualifying. Hopefully we'll put a fast lap. Vehicle setup. Is it going to? It's not going to keep my vehicle setup, is it? It's not good. No. Why would you keep it? Why would you offer a next session? Vehicle setup. I've got to do it again. I suppose I probably have. There you go. All done. See, I can click save setup and it doesn't as well. It's really annoying sometimes. Right, back, drive, let's go. Fast lap. Like the pits. Drive through that person.
All clear.
I say that didn't feel like a pit limit was on. Let's go around. Come on, this corner. straight and then get used to these tyres. Put some heat into these tyres. I'll tell you what I need to do. I need to flick my phone on for a second. Has it gone off? No, it hasn't. Oh, for a minute I thought my phone had gone off. There you go. Are you holding that wire? You are. So I can actually plug my phone in. There you go before it goes off. There you go. The little sound of connection. Around this corner. Come on. Come on. Oh dear. Not very good. Warning track limits. So I need some heat into these tyres anyway. I'm going to put in a fast lap. Hopefully we get pole. That's what we're aiming for. She had to break late then. It wasn't very good, was it? Around the corner. Bring that back, bring that back, bring it back, sing it back. I've got the legs on you. I've got the legs on you. See, if this had been a Rensport driver, would have smashed into me by now. Yeah, oh, you! No, not in the throat. Maybe it gears you up for real life. Online racing, I don't know. Round we go.
This is your quali lap. Make it count.
This is the quali lap. Count, he says, make it count. Yeah, that is it. That's what I was saying. The truth is, maybe you gear us up, yeah. Gear us up for a bit of online racing. It's so refreshing though when you go into lobby and everyone behaves themselves. Though. I did get my achievement for winning an online race though. On Rensport. Truth is, there was only 2 of us in the lobby. But it gave me the achievement for it, and recognition for winning it. Just didn't give me any points or safety rating. What's your safety rating out of interest to start? What is it? Just out of interest. We'd love to know. Mine's a mere 2.5. Yeah, but we are in the 2.5 category now. Our safety rating is oh shit. You did Alfie, that's been funny. This is a Project Motor Racing project. PMS, yeah, you could say that. You could say that.
Fastest on track, mate.
Maybe, but we've got the fastest lap in so far. We're 2:08. Has this had a patch?
5 minutes remaining in the session.
I am under the impression it may have. I don't know. The reason I'm saying it may have is I feel that I played this last night and I played it this morning and it feels different. That might be the fact that I'm racing in a different game. it was being dragged through the ring, and rightfully so to some degree. So I mean, don't get me wrong, it wasn't broken. I hate the fact that someone comes out and still game broken, because it wasn't broken. I don't know if they've done something visually, because it looks a little bit better today visually. And should we say, I can handle it today. I couldn't handle it at all yesterday. It was all over the place. But I have found the traction control settings and the ABS settings that even if you have them on, doesn't mean you have them on. You know, there's an element to the range between 0 and 11. 0 being off, 11 being really tight. And you do notice a difference between a 0 and 11, and you do notice a difference between a 5 and 11 as well. But it glides around the track, it's nice, it feels good, but that's this car. I haven't driven another car this morning. The car's very inconsistent, the control is supposed to be really rough. But this is it, I'm playing today, and I'm playing in this particular car, and it feels fine. Yesterday I drove in a Porsche, and I tried the Audi R8 as well, and it was tough to control. It was tough to control yesterday. It feels good. It feels alright. So, but whether that's because of a patch or whether it's just a different car you're driving, I don't know. Because I know Rennsport is changing in terms of the cars that we're in are very different. Yeah, it's the Aston Martin. It's 2022 GT3. And it feels good. The only thing I would say is that authentic, not a chance. From my perspective, I tried an authentic race this morning, tried a couple of them. Obviously, a lot to the fact that you can't restart the race, which is fine to a degree. You know, you're going to play it properly and not restart. Great, but you're locked to 100% difficulty. Complete locked to 100% difficulty, and put it this way, they were 45 seconds faster than me over the course of the race, which is so sorry, I'm going to push for a second. Bear with me. Right, bear with me a second. I will be back in a second. Bear with me. Bear with me. Back in a mo. We're back for a little. This is the last sort of race that I'm doing. Installing the hacks again. Suddenly 45 seconds faster. Yeah. No, it's definitely me playing, I promise you. Definitely me playing. Not someone else that's about to come and take over. We've got qualifying, so we've got. So my only issue with this, or what I say my only issue, is probably the biggest issue that I have with this game, and it might be there to stay, is that in career mode, you change your difficulty, yeah? So you start your difficulty on how you want to play it. So I started the career mode yesterday, 40%, too easy. So what should we say? We started the authentic yesterday, 100%, absolute shit. Dropped it to 40%, too easy. Now you can't change that at present, whether it comes in an update or something like that. At present, at the end of like a little championship or at the end of a little race, if you want to change that difficulty on career mode, you can't. You have to start a new career. So I started a new career at 50%, which is what I'm racing at now. Which I find that I only run the race
1 minute
2
left,
seconds, which is fine. So maybe I found the difficulty a bit more. But what happens in a week's time where I feel like actually, no, I've improved, which is what happens with racing games, and I want to increase that difficulty again to say 60% or maybe even 65%. You can't. You're stuck with what you choose on your career. And that side of it is like really, really frustrating. So in order for me to decide, so saying it tomorrow, or I decide that actually 50% I'm winning every race, what's the point? I have to start a new career to get the difficulty to go up. Frustrating, surely. Frustrating, you put all that difficulty into, all that effort into a career, and then you lose it all because you want to upgrade, but then you lose the fun because you're winning everything.
Checkered flag is out. Session finished.
Yeah. So I'm about the level where, okay, I'm winning, but I'm only winning by a second or two. So I know if I completely mess up. But that's good at the moment. It might not be good in a week's time. It might not be good in a day's time, in 2 days' time. So each time you play racing game, you better yourself, don't you? So I'm hoping that comes in an update where you can change that, because that's my biggest thing about this game. I praise it for having a career mode over Rensport, but I don't like that element of it. Yeah. So you find your difficulty level. You think you've got there, but in a week's time you improve, you want to change it. It's a bit tough, unless you want to restart again. That's turning to pit 7 seconds. There you go. I don't know how anyone else feels about that side of it. So we can fast forward the qualifying. So now we're into the race. So we've got P1. We've got P1 by less than a second. So that's already telling me that it's competitive. I had to put in a good lap to get that sort of time. But I feel that in a week's time that maybe this sort of 50% might be just too easy for me, and I have to raise it, and I won't be able to on career mode. Next session. So we're into the race. Vehicle setup, so you can change everything you want to do with the sort of like the car, the steering, the suspension. You can move it around a bit. The engine drivetrain, pit setup if you want. You can all plan it all, so it's brilliant. But that little element of not being able to change difficulty once you're locking your difficulty for the career, it's annoying, and it can't be. It's got to be something that they've got to adjust. I can't be the only one that would be moaning about that. because that's my biggest moan about the game. Forget the handling. I'm fine with the handling. As long as I can feel like I can race it, and I'll improve. And you get to know the handling, you get to improve the car. The way you handle each car and stuff. And that you learn the track. That side of it always naturally improves. So you need the difficulty to be able to improve with it. Either that or I'm talking out of my bottom. But there isn't a way. I've looked, and I've looked. There isn't a way. I did not get a good start to it. I've pushed off the track slightly. Heavy damage already. They won't be pleased with me in the pit lane, but we're in the lead. My tail there. It's got 6 laps at Northampton, which is fabulous to have. Okay. Oh my god! Ropey there. Oh no, start. Have you tried changing it again this morning? Wonder if it's part of the I've tried changing it this morning. It doesn't. You are locked with the what you put into the championship, which I feel that's got to change. You'd think that you'd be able to progress. If you're going to have a difficulty there, you've got to be able to change it. Don't get me wrong. If it's during a championship, you can't change it during a championship, just like you wouldn't expect to change it mid-race. I get that, but the fact that you can't change it full stop is annoying. And surely, from a single player perspective, if you like the single player side of it, that's got to change. That'd be my biggest criticism of the game, not other stuff that you can hear, because I feel that you can get around all that. But that you can have 3 different career modes, so you can have 3 different saves. But why would you? You should be able to change difficulty as you go along. You're going to get better, aren't you? You should get used to handling. But it's just disqualify you from that. I know it's horrible. I didn't think you disqualify. I don't know what to do. And it brings Verstappen in now, doesn't he? He's there waiting to pounce, and it's going to be interesting those last couple of races, and with the sprint as well. Norris is going to be a bundle of nerves, isn't he? As well, it's got to be a bundle of nerves. So we've got 6 laps. Done one already. Back to bottling. Yeah, my bottler. But the thing is his nerves, isn't it? I think it's anyone's at this point. That's the thing. Any one of those 3s. So last race of the stream anyway. Plus McLaren. Sorry, careful when I read this. Plus McLaren will be nervous about running that long. This is it. They've got an issue that they've got to sort out, haven't they? They don't want to get disqualified again. So they'll have to sort that issue out without compromising speed, without... it's going to be interesting. Everyone's just like, no one's even talking about Mustari, are they? It's literally, they've moved on. It's like, he hasn't got a chance. Of course he has. He's exactly the same amount of points behind as Verstappen, isn't he now? So, less than. So, he's in with more with a shout. Only Norris has got to end up with a problem, isn't he? Or a low finish. And that's it. It's wide open, isn't it? And that's not without any dirty tricks that could happen as well. Let's face it. I'm sure one of them might come in. Right. Brakes on. Let's go. We're not massively ahead. And the thing about this game as well, it will penalise you for on track limits. So if you miss the corner, it's more or less an instant 2-second penalty. Unless they're going to change that, because I did find that a bit infuriating yesterday. And I haven't really incurred that many today. So this is why I'm thinking maybe they have had a small little update that's addressed the handling, maybe, because I don't put it this way, there's been a massive improvement for me from yesterday to today how I'm handling the car, but that could all be down to the car driving. Even if you get punted off, even if you get punted off, buddy, yeah. But it doesn't penalise you for hitting another car. It doesn't penalise you for bumping another car, but if you come off the track limits, it's an instant 2-second penalty. That's what it was yesterday. I haven't really had that issue this morning. I've had one, but I've actually, to be fair, not been off the track, which is why I'm saying to you, I've got a feeling that I've updated it. And because yesterday I was off the track quite a lot. Yeah, it was 2 different cars, but I was off a lot. Today it's like not a dream, because I do feel like you are fighting with the car a little bit, but in a good way, similar to Rennsport, fighting with the car in a good way. Lap 3. There is the element that I'm improving as well, and the penalties they improve you, because you know that you've got a brake. You're cautious a little bit, should we say. That forward though. We're on that 4, should we say. Yeah, are we? The other thing is, if you're playing it on authentic, the minimum race length is 12 laps. About 6. Bring it round. We've got 5 seconds. See, I'm already sort of thinking about if I want to up the difficulty already. That's what I'm thinking about. I don't want to play on 52, 50. I want to this up into 52, 53. See what makes a difference. And I know I can't. It's winning races, which is nice to win as long as you're winning them with a lot of effort, but when you're winning it comfortably, you want to challenge yourself, don't you? So I'm already thinking 6 seconds, it's up the difficulty time, but I'm just not going to be able to. Unless an update comes in and that changes. I've got a feeling it will. It's sure, like I say, I can't be the only one that really is annoyed about it. And I'm not nitpicking there. That is a deal breaker in some respects. You want to keep restarting your career, do you? Every time that you find actually I'm getting on really well now, I feel like I've improved, I've got to restart. You know, you don't want to be doing that. So it is a bit of a deal breaker in some respects for me.
Track limit violation detected by officials.
So that was just up there, so 2 seconds. So that track penalty is instantly brought the others back into it, or at least the first, the second and third. But having said that, I'm still pretty comfortable for honest. It seems an odd choice since it's only a single player career. Yeah, it does seem an odd choice that you can't. For me, they've got to patch that. It's almost like the option's actually there. It just doesn't work. So that's what I'm thinking. It's got to be changed. So maybe not mid-championship, obviously. Maybe not every race. But when you get to the end and you're choosing your next event, you should be able to choose whether you can upgrade difficulty or not. You might want to bring it down. You know? But I did see their little tweet out about them having issues that they didn't vision. It wasn't on their AI testing. I was like, AI testing, eh? Is it tested on their AI model or what? Because I know AI is a big thing. Games, are we testing games via AI now?
One more lap, stay focused.
Because it doesn't translate to the real person, does it? I didn't quite know what they meant by that. Shit, off the track. Yesterday's streams were having trouble hitting finish race after winning, don't they? I haven't had that issue. It's there. But the issues I had yesterday was one handling the car. Although I feel that I've played with the traction controls and stuff like that it's helped. So I'm not going to say that there's been an update to that. Visually, I don't know, it looks better today than it did yesterday, but I could put that down to the fact that I was tired. So some of the things I could easily put down to I was tired, but this feels like a 8-second win, comfortable. Although I'm going to get a penalty of 2 seconds, it's fine, I can deal with. But I should be able to say right at the end of this championship, I did this too easy. Oh shit!
Race officials noted a track limit violation.
Too soon. For a second. But that's down to me, isn't it? That's not down to the actual side of it, is it? So that corner totally wrong. Possibly because I'm too comfortable. Coming to the end now. Coming to the end of the stream. Things to do, all that sort of stuff. Love to stay on, but I absolutely will, but real life gets in the way, doesn't it? If you like at that sort of stuff. And that's not to say that I don't love my life, I love my life in that respect. I have to say these things because people use things off, So yeah, finishing the race button. Yeah, you've said it now, and now I'm getting it. But I think switch menu, they're putting a button there.
That's P1, mate.
So P1, they're there. Finish nice. We get some money. Money means we can buy different cars, which is good. So if I go into manage team, so you can't alter your budget. It's greyed out, yeah, which you'd expect. Yeah, you can't suddenly give yourself a massive injection of cash. You're stuck with it. You can change your sponsorship model, or at least that's what it says you can change. So if you change that to rolling board, although it says you can't actually. So career settings, they're greyed out, and there's nothing you can do. You can't change that, and you should be able to go, you know, at the end of a series, if you like, be able to change that. You just can't. So it's such a shame in that respect. I'm going to be leaving it here though, so I'm backing right the way out, back to the main menu. So thank you for joining me. I'll be continuing on with this over the next few days when I stream on and off and stuff like that. We'll get on with it. We'll get back onto Rennsport as well. Can't have Mr. Old Man think I'm cheating on him with the newer model. We can't do that. But yeah, thank you for joining me. And I will catch you another time. Have a fabulous day. All the best. Au revoir.